describes the state of our emotional, psychological, and social well-being. And simply, it means the way we think, feel, and that then results in the way we act and behave. So we try to encourage a positive mental health in general. And it's important because if you have a positive mental health, it does help you realize and also achieve your full potentials. It helps you cope with the stresses of life in general. It also helps you to be productive in anything you do, either your workplace, school, or what you do at home or with your family as well. And it does help you to improve on your community awareness in a way. So it helps you to get that creativity around your community and your social and family network in general. Unfortunately, with the pandemic, there has been a rise in mental health problems in general. And you can understand why that is. There are various factors that has triggered this. Part of it could be loneliness, social isolation, working remotely, which is new for most people, and just financial insecurity as well, or loss of income. And so with all these factors in mind, that has enhanced and increased the mental health conditions in general. Examples of this mental health problems are anxiety, and the reason that's happening is because as human beings we're used to being in control of everything we do, as much as we can, and so losing that control creates fear. You worry about your health, getting the virus, you worry about your family's health, and that creates that anxiety in general. And data has shown that the anxiety is higher in the younger population, especially those who live alone, those who have low income, or are worried about job security as well. Other health problems that has occurred is also depression. Anxiety and depression kind of work hand in hand. If you have one, sometimes it leads to the other. Also, post-traumatic stress disorder, that has been quite common in people who have had the virus itself, and especially those who were quite unwell with it. Maybe, for example, they were admitted to ICU and recovered from there. So they have struggled with post-traumatic stress disorder. Other conditions are like obsessive compulsive disorder, which for short is OCD. You find, for example, patients excessively washing their hands. Of course, we advise hand washing as part of the precautions with preventing and getting the infection, but you now kind of overdo it, and that could be a mental health condition on its own. Other things like domestic abuse, child abuse, and online problems such as cyberbullying, gaming, like game addiction, and gambling as well. Okay, so there are various ways we can prevent mental health problems. One of them could be trying to stay positive. It is difficult, it's easier said than done to stay positive when there's a global pandemic. But what we kind of need to tell ourselves is accepting the fact that there are things we have no control over. Once you accept that, then in a way it kind of is liberating, and it also gives you that balance you need to know that you're able to cope with the pressures around you. Other things will be keeping physical activity going, and that's a form of exercise, and you could vary the exercises you do. You could do relaxation exercises like yoga, mindfulness, and you can do high intensity exercises as well, such as running, jogging, cycling, or swimming, whatever your preferences are, but just keeping active would help. Trying to get adequate amount of sleep is also very helpful. It keeps the mental health positive and just gives you a feel of a good general well-being as well. Staying connected with a supportive network is also good. It could be being connected with our friends, our families, or it could be faith and what you believe in, and just any kind of support group that will give you a positive mindset, a motivation in life in general will be helpful. Then, try to balance your exposure to social media and the news. So as much as we want to be informed, you have to kind of know where you're getting your information from. Make sure it's an authentic website, and you don't have to do it all the time. Just do it in moderation, because there are lots of negative news out there, and that increases your fear and anxiety in general. Yes, I mean, first of all, it's important to be able to speak up about how you feel. Okay, so the main problem with those suffering from mental health issues could be that fear, fear of stigma, fear of if I speak to someone about it, what will other people say? So try to overcome that fear and realize that it's considered an illness, just like any other physical illness, and it's okay to speak about it. And once you speak about it, you start to feel better in yourself. And so, but you have to realize or know the people to go to for help. Again, just knowing about the right supportive network, which could be friends and families that you trust. And also, you could also see the physicians, a medical worker who would advise you as well. And it could be a family physician who's experienced in mental health problems, or it could be going to see a psychiatrist as well. And there are lots of help out there, ways to improve your mental health in general if you're struggling. And you could be referred to a counselor or a psychotherapist, or you could be advised to start medications that will help you generally feel better. So just speaking about it and going to ask for help will be really, really positive.